So the strategy I'm about to show you guys is probably one of the most useful strategies I actually learned in, I think, 4th or 5th grade, and I still use it today. So this is obviously one of the better strategies, alright? So let's just dive right into this. So this is question 15 of the practice SAT, number 1 of the no calculator section, okay? I just want to point that out. So let's just get into this, okay? So it says if ax plus 2 times bx plus 7 is equal to 15x squared plus cx plus 14 for all values of x, and a plus b is equal to a, what are two possible values for c? So this is a lot to take in, okay? And because it's telling us two possible values, right? Let's underline that. Two possible values. And so we're used to only finding one possible value, but now we're asked to get two, alright? So we're going to start with what we know in this equation. So we know that we can actually distribute this thing out, alright? So let's do that. So we have ax times bx, which is just ab x squared, alright? And then we have ax plus 7, which is 7ax. Then we have 2 times bx, so that's plus 2bx. And then plus 14, alright? So we know 14 here, we actually don't even have to worry about 14 over there. Then we have this abx squared plus 7ax plus 7 plus 2bx, alright? And so we want to look at this abx squared right here, and we want to look at this 15x squared right here. So we know that, x squared, they have a common coefficient right here. So therefore, ab, it has to mean something over here, right? But what does it mean? Well, if we have this coefficient right here, and in this case it's 15, AB has to be equal to 15 then. So AB is equal to 15. Alright? So we know that just by looking at this equation right here. And then we have this 7ax plus 2bx. Well, in this little expression right here, there's only one term with a coefficient of x. But in here there's 2, right? So that means 7a plus 2b is going to be equal to our c right here. Alright? So 7a plus 2b is equal to c, and what else do we know? Well, we know 14 doesn't matter. Well, we have a plus b is equal to 8. And look what we have here, guys. We have two variables and two equations, and now we can solve, alright? And all we really did is just started with what we knew, alright? And so let's get into this. So ideally, in algebra equations, we want to isolate variables. So let's isolate our a. So a is equal to 8 minus b. Alright, we're going to plug in a back into here. So that's going to be 8 minus b times b is equal to 15. Alright, so we have 8b minus b squared is equal to 15. Extend that too. So 8b minus b squared is equal to 15. We can multiply both sides by -1, right? Because we don't like this negative b squared right here. So we multiply it by -1, we get b squared minus 8b is equal to -15. We can add 15 on both sides of the equation, so we get b squared minus 8b plus 15 is equal to 0. And then, you say, hey, oh my gosh, we're stuck right here. But we can actually factor this out. And so the two factors are, so what are two factors of 15 that'll add up to -8 but are still factors of 15? Well, it's -5 and -3. So we have b minus 5 and b minus 3 is equal to 0. So we have, we can have b is equal to 5, or b is equal to 3, alright? And so you're probably saying, hey Andrew, we're done here, alright? And you might be tempted to pick this answer right off the bat, but before we pick any answer, we just want to verify that this is indeed our correct answer, alright? And we do so by plugging it back into this system of equations right here, alright? So if we plug in b is equal to 5, so that means 5 plus a is equal to 8, alright, and that means a must equal to 3. If we plug in b is equal to 3 into here, we get 3 plus a is equal to 8. That means a must equal to 8. Oh, I'm sorry, 5. Alright, and so clearly the two possible values for C are going to be, what is this? Two possible values for C, we plug it in back here, are going to be, so we plug in a is equal to 3 and b is equal to 5. So if a is equal to 3, that's 21, and then 2b, b must be equal to 5, so that's 10, so that's 31. And we could just keep checking, but there's only one answer with 31 over here, so we know that this must be our answer, right? So don't be tempted to pick this first answer. Remember, take your time on the problems, alright? Don't rush unless you really have to, but you have a lot of time to solve these problems, so don't rush, okay? And that's basically how you solve this problem, alright? So remember, start with what you know and work from there. And I hope you guys found this video useful. I'll see you guys in the next one.